Hello and welcome back to the Logical Idiots podcast. Today we have another guest. We have Hana here. She's a another streamer, and yeah, Shire's out. He's out of town. I don't know what he's doing. But Grant,
living life. He's like 14.
Yeah.
What can you expect?
fair enough. Yeah,
He's at the will of his parents. You know how it is.
yeah, true. But yeah, Grant, he's not gonna be talking a whole lot because he's still recovering from his jaw surgery, and yeah, so that's why we brought on a guest. We've been waiting for it, but weren't sure when you're gonna be available. So I was like, yeah, I'll just reach out to you today and hopefully see if you're down.
Yeah, dude, I'm hype. I've always wanted to be on a podcast. It's like my favorite thing because I don't shut the fuck up, so it works out well.
Thank
Austin
God.
understands the feeling.
I knew someone was gonna call me out. No, Mason, I want to talk a little bit about like what we discussed last time. You know how we were talking about comic books a little bit.
Yeah.
I just saw something. I think we finally found someone who is more petty than the Reverse Flash.
I don't know if that's possible, man.
Dude, I don't know. Have you seen Thanos and what was it, David?
Yes.
Oh yeah, but that's just,
Dude,
that's
come on.
as bad as, but that's only as bad as like Santa going
Okay,
to
fair
Dark
enough.
Side every fucking year,
Fair enough. Hana,
and then just fucking him up.
I'm not sure if you know about this or not. Okay.
I'll listen and learn.
Fair
you
enough.
know.
Grant has no comic book knowledge, and me and Mason have. I have a little bit, and Mason has a lot. But I read something today where it was like Thanos, literally just because he could, decided to torture this man, like this normal dude, his whole life just for fun, just for no reason.
Jeez.
Every birthday he'd come and just fuck up his life.
Yeah,
What the hell?
yeah. I think the first birthday was the most tame because he just stole his blanket. I think that was after that.
I mean, yeah, what are you gonna do to a child?
Yeah. After that, he stole his blanket, and then the next year he just killed his dad. You know, that was he really upped the ante with that one.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No,
Bro went from indigestion to like renal failure, just straight down the pipe.
Yeah, no, that was. When I was reading that today, I was just dying laughing. Because as soon as David was just fed up, he starts doing a monologue. Thanos just punches his roof, causes a leak, and causes his entire apartment to flood, and then walks away. Like
What the fuck?
he's basically Deadpool at that point. Just so bored.
No, the best pettiness in comic books is Reverse Flash, and Barry's first girlfriend.
No,
That is fucking hilarious.
I will agree. Yeah, I'm gonna assume you have no idea what that meme is, Hana.
You know, I saw the CW show The Flash.
Fair enough.
You know,
Yeah.
I watched like 3 seasons of that.
You stopped at a good point.
Yeah, I heard it got bad. I don't know. I used to watch it with my parents. It was like, okay, I'm assuming your families all have a show too, like it's a thing. Our family has just like specific shows we sit down and watch, and it ranges from like The Flash to The Great British Baking Show to The Bachelor. It's very strange. We all have like our Friday night. Go sit in the living room and watch The Bachelor, and my dad pretends he doesn't
I don't
care.
think my
but he
family's ever
really
been that
cares.
close.
No, my family.
Gonna be honest.
Yo, my bad.
My family used to, but then I just kind of started doing that with Grant instead.
Yeah.
So
When
we
I
have
was a
like a
young
movie night.
child, we played Just Dance every weekend, but that
Yep.
quickly
Dude,
stopped, and then it
Pete.
fell into endless family chaos.
Yippee.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
have the
drop
trauma.
some
My bad.
real sadness here.
No.
My parents haven't. We, like in my family, has not had a television in the living room in pretty much my entire memorable life. Like ever. The only time my parents watch TV is like when I was in middle school. They had a TV in their room that they would sometimes watch. And they loved House of Cards, but that was it.
House of Cards is gas.
That's
That's
a good
fair.
show. That's a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah.
So anytime, and me and my family are really close. So the bonding time, we literally would just sit in the living room and talk like adults.
You mean like a sad childhood is what you're meaning by that?
Yeah, that's about the gist of it.
Yeah.
That's about right.
We're into board games. We're a big board game family. It gets
Yeah.
very serious in my house. Extremely serious.
We used to play
actually.
Mario Kart a lot. That's serious.
And Mario Kart is serious too. My dad is a Marine, so he wants to play Risk every single time I'm ever home ever, and it gets very serious.
Oh,
It
I believe it.
is
See,
Well,
It's bad.
my family went from like the Just Dance to the Mario Kart to like Wii Sports to now we just gamble with each other. We go over to our neighbor's house and we just play
That's fair.
cards, and I just steal their money. That's about it.
My
Now-
dad taught me how to gamble, so.
Nice.
Nowadays, my family doesn't really do a whole lot of board games. The only thing we play is Trivial Pursuit because
Oh my
we're
God,
fucking
I
nerds.
love Trivial Pursuit, dude. That shit goes crazy.
But I think I've probably talked about this on the podcast before. When I was when we were kids, Preston and I, we didn't have phones or anything. We didn't have phones until we were in middle school, and we had to have them because we were doing extracurricular activities,
Mhm.
right? So my brother and I, we would just play board games a lot of the time to pass the time. But Preston, much like Austin, has very serious, untreated anger issues.
His is worse than mine. I will say that.
Oh yeah. And so when we would play Monopoly, Preston would beat the shit out of me whenever I would win. And here's the thing. I'm a really big guy. I've always been really big, and I've been bigger than my brother pretty much my whole life. And so he would hit me, but it wouldn't really hurt because I have a lot of cushion. And so I would sit there and I would laugh because I would think it was hilarious about how mad I was making him just by being better than him at something. And so it would be an endless cycle of him getting mad that I won, me laughing at him, and then him getting even more mad because I'm laughing even though he's hitting me. So it would just end up as like full-scale brawls in the basement.
Oh my God.
He had a fight club just between him and his brother in the
Average
basement every
sibling
day.
experience.
can't-
We're thick as thieves nowadays, though.
That's good though.
See, I'm an only child, so I don't know.
Yeah,
Never
I
had
was an
an
only child
experience.
for 12 years, 13 years. So that's why my parents, we were always so close. We'd always do shit together because it was just like the three of us are just like, oh, they're so.
God,
then
imagine
baby-
having 6 siblings. I could never.
See, I just got taken to work a lot. That was basically my. Because my parents.
Fair.
Honest's like, my life was great until 12,
Yeah.
and then the baby came home.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
She's crazy. She's a lot, but I love her. We're very close.
Doesn't do a spiel.
Psycho.
Like, I tried to kill her about 3 different times. There was this one time she was in the bathtub, unsupervised,
Oh my
and I
God.
saw my chance.
Yeah, welcome to this group, by the way. I don't think
I'm
you had
having
the
a great
pleasure of
time.
meeting Grant more than like a minute or two, because he didn't get to play in the
Oh,
party
because
games.
he wasn't at the party games.
Yep.
Hey, good to meet you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was very sad I couldn't make it, but
We had
I'm
fun.
Were
currently-
you though?
yeah, I actually was. I really wanted to play Gartic Phone because
Yeah.
I've never been
Love
able
Gartic
to.
Phone.
Well, here's the thing. Yesterday for the subathon, I was gonna have like the party games thing. I reached out to literally every single person I knew, and everyone said I'm not available. I was like,
Sorry.
no, it's fine. But I was just like,
7
man,
hours on the goddamn road.
no, I'm not gonna lie. I ended the subathon early. I've never done that before, but I was just
I know,
like,
because I got home and I was gonna tune in, but then you weren't there.
well, like here's the thing, right? Yesterday, I hit the bad cycle in Rocket League, where where you go from like playing really good to like your average, and then you just hit a really bad streak. The bad streak started the second I started that subathon up, like always.
Fair.
Every time it's an important stream, it starts up, and then so I did a viewer tourneys for a little bit, and that went really well. But then, I was like, okay, we're losing people. I was like, I'll try and do some other stuff. I did a fun little section because I'm really bad at geography, where that TikTok came from.
Mhm.
That TikTok clip came
God.
from. Yeah, yeah, and
Is Minneapolis a state?
Oh my
it
God.
was Milwaukee. It was Milwaukee.
Oh my God. That's
That's
okay.
even
That's a little more
worse.
understandable.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
I can go. I'm terrible at geography. I can get
Yeah.
with that.
And so keep in mind, I have a lot of European followers now. Since I've started doing viewer attorneys, I'm getting a lot of European followers. And so I did world geography, and I'm looking at what I think is Sweden, what I know is Norway, and then some other country. And I'm like, okay, that's gotta be Denmark. And there's someone who's from Denmark in there, and he goes, that is just so far off That is just not even close. I'm like, oh, okay. I felt really good about myself after doing that a couple times.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of geography, like 2 days before my surgery,
Mhm.
I re-downloaded Trivia Crack.
Oh my god.
I am on like a 15-game winning streak. I am absolutely unstoppable.
Grant, I'm gonna re-download it real quick, and we're gonna play it later after this
Dude,
podcast.
Okay.
I have it. Please add me on Trivia Crack.
Yep,
Literally,
okay.
one of the first things me and Noah bonded over was Trivia Crack, and we probably played over the course of 3 days. We're probably playing like 20 to 30 games a day of this bullshit. It was very serious. Oh my god.
I have like
By the way-
30K coins.
By the way, congrats on 4K followers, Hana.
Thank you! Yay! Hype, 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 hype,
Yeah.
hype, hype. Hype.
We knew we were
Shout
gonna
out
hit it
TikTok.
soon, so.
Literally just because of fucking TikTok. I love TikTok.
Oh, I'm still on. I'm on the. I'm still debating whether I want to do Kick or not. Like I tried it this week, and it went well on Wednesday. I didn't get to do it Monday, and I didn't do it yesterday. And so, Friday. And so I was gonna do it more this week, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't really like it.
I don't think Kick is going to help you for faster growth. I think that's a common misconception I'm seeing on the timeline because I think at the beginning it might have because there was just so few streamers on the site, but now with the big deals coming over, XQC over, I think now it's going to get, again, like Twitch, overly saturated to where the categories you're just like scrolling, and it's not necessarily giving you any sort of discoverability. I think the time for discoverability on Kick kind of passed unless you're working with a super established audience that'll jump ship, but
I agree.
I don't know. I'm not trying to move my community. I don't care that much. It's not that serious. TikTok's been working fine for me. Like, TBH, I'm be a TikTok live streamer. Like, because that shit works. That shit has been going great.
Every time I'm like scrolling through TikTok, I'm like, she's live again. Wasn't she live earlier? I'm like, what? Like every time I'm scrolling.
I go live 2 to 3 times a day on that bitch.
Oh my god.
And it works. It works because it's only for like an hour. Because the problem is TikTok will initially push out your live and boost it. So you'll be getting 300 to 500 viewers. That'll stay stagnant for about 20 to 30 minutes. And then after like the 40-minute mark, people start to drop off. Because it is TikTok. People have short attention spans. They're not trying to watch whole streams. So you just do shorter streams. And it works. And it's great. And then you're like, if you want a long stream, go to my Twitch. And then they're all like, oh my god, okay. And then it weeds out all the trolls and the weirdos that were in your live. And only the normal people come to your Twitch. And then they are in your community. And it's great.
Yeah. I hardly ever watch TikTok lives. If I do, it is literally just like the ASMR ones because I need to fall asleep because I'm terrible at being able to fall asleep.
You fall asleep to ASMR?
Sometimes I literally, it gets to the point where I'm just like, I have been laying here for like 3 hours. I cannot sleep. And so there's just sometimes you just need to relax.
I was scarred by TikTok Live and I refused to go anywhere near
Fair
it.
enough. No.
Saw a 60-year-old man in a tutu, overly done makeup, pretending to be mentally handicapped.
Wait, no, Grant, can we talk about that one video you sent me a while ago? Where I think,
Yes.
which one was it in? Like, what country was it in? Where it was like, it was clearly like a, I want to say almost Middle Eastern kind of like TikTok, and it was just this dude just laying in bed, and
with the little girl.
Yeah, it was like, what?
Yeah.
What is this?
What?
Yeah, I was so confused, and Grant just sends me this. I'm like, why?
It was like bait.
Was it?
It was it was like, so it was this dude and his daughter, and he was just live streaming him just laying in bed while she was sleeping there. And it was bait to try to get people to.
I know.
It was bait to try to get people to come in and like yell at him for being like a pedophile and like doing the pedophile things to get the views. That's all it was.
I can never understand using your children like that though. Like that's your child. That's so fucking weird. Sorry, that's weird as fuck.
Yeah.
Are you gonna tell that to all the people who live stream their disabled kids?
Yeah, that shit is insane to me. I can't.
Okay,
the little
good.
family
Good.
bloggers, like those people are psycho. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Like have you all seen Doherty Dozen or whatever? And there's 12 of them. It's like 12 and counting.
It's like the
I'm
Ace
sorry.
Family stuff too. Like,
yes, I'm convinced all of it is fake. Like I'm
Oh, yeah.
convinced they hate their kids. And I just can't. You just use your kids for your fucking content.
Yeah.
Like I saw this one girl who, her and her family, they pay their kids to be in their videos and they get like a monthly budget. It's like a whole thing. I don't know. So their kids never have to be in their stuff unless they want to get paid. It's like a thing. I don't know. I was watching how she explains it because sometimes her kids aren't in their videos and the comments are like, "Where's your kid?" They're like, "Oh, they didn't want to be in this one." And I'm like, "Yes, thank you. Don't use your kids." Like, fucking what? I'm sorry. Anyway,
Yeah, no,
rant, I'm done.
that's fair. That's actually a really good way to do some of that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Reminds me of all those TLC shows my mom used to be obsessed with, like Kate Plus 8.
I'm not gonna lie. I totally watched that shit. I love TLC.
She watched
Dude.
the shit out
I
of
eat
that.
up reality TV.
no.
Toddlers and
Hoarders.
Tiaras. Hot Hoarders went crazy.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude! The lady who, or the guy, or I can't even remember who. They were obsessed with like shower drain hair.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Did you see the one about the kid who would eat bus seat stuffing? Do you remember what
Yes.
I'm talking about? Like, yeah, like, what the fuck?
Dude, there's so
That-
many fucked up people. Like,
Yeah,
like,
like,
there's
literally.
a certain point where I start to think that some of them just snapped and wanted publicity and decided to do the most crazy thing that
Yes.
they could have,
Yes.
and then got their bodies horribly fucked up for it.
Yes.
Let's not talk too harshly about Austin here. He was he
All
was
right.
the he was the
All right,
bus
man.
foam eater.
All
It was,
right,
it
man.
was literally Austin, bro.
I didn't need that. All right.
He went from mattress foam to bus seat foam.
That's quite a steep dive.
No, no. A steep dive is the forbidden cotton candy in your walls. That's a steep
God.
My
dive.
God.
Have you seen the prank video where they hire a drywall repairman to come out to their house because they put like holes in the drywall, and they take out the insulation and they put actual cotton candy in the wall, and then the drywall repairman comes in and the guy starts like eating it out of the wall.
No.
Oh,
Dude,
Oh
that would-
my
I would
God.
quit that job that
Sorry.
day.
No.
I
That,
get too much
never worked in
secondhand
the tech
embarrassment.
industry.
I can't watch that type of video.
just talking about this kind of reminded me of a video I saw. There was this dude who was like, he hired people to like spray foam insulation or whatever for their walls, and like,
Awesome.
the possum, dude. How do you? Okay, Hana, have you heard this story or
No.
seen it on TikTok? There was a dude like, in the studio that he was recording in. Like they were doing spray foam insulation, and they saw a possum kind of peeking out, kind of going in and out of it, right? And so they just sealed it inside the wall.
No.
And then the dude found it and was like, "What is this?" He goes, "Well, we're gonna take it out eventually." It's like, when?
What's the point of even sealing it in initially? Because you have to
No.
rip out the whole piece of insulation.
And then it's gonna smell bad, and it's cruel.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
you
just
little
like.
psycho.
Some
I-
people, man.
I'm an avid hater of like couple prank videos and just like prank channels because usually they're never funny ever and they're just fucking stupid. But I saw this video of this guy who called a bunch of people to go like camp outside of a store. Do you guys have you seen this video? He got like literally 1,000 people to camp outside of Best Buy and act like they were having a huge sale. And they
Oh my-
told all the Best Buy employees that they've been there for like 3 days. They've been waiting and waiting, and all the people were like, "What the fuck?" And it was so funny to me. I don't know why, because it's so dumb. It was because the employee was an old man. He was like, "Oh, we're gonna make money today," and he was so happy, and it was so cute, bro.
I think the only prank video I've ever like enjoyed watching, other than like Impractical Jokers and stuff like that,
Oh my god, those
But,
are
like,
good. Yeah.
but I mean like just an actual YouTube video and stuff like that, was just this one guy who went to a like a bar and grill, and he was wearing boxing gloves and like a boxing uniform, and she's the waitress says, "So do you want a box?" He goes, "Yeah, let's do it." And then a bunch of people rush around her, put boxing gloves on her. There's like
Oh
the
my
sign
God.
running around, and like they make her punch him in the face because like, he's just like, "Yeah, just do it," you know, just
What
like
the
that's
fuck?
that's. I don't know. I think they gave like a huge tip after that. Like that's what a prank should be, you know, just like
You know, I do enjoy the guy who dresses up like a bush and sits on the sidewalk and scares people. I think that shit is
Yes.
so funny. I
Yeah.
get like, it gets me every time. I can't. I'm like, oh, ha, this video again. And I just
No.
lose my mind. I can't.
The guy who does who did the drywall prank, he does a lot of pranks, and they're all like really innocent. Like they're nothing like. They're not like the memes where it's like it's just a prank. The prank, it's like actually
Yeah.
just. It's just actually
Just
just funny
goofy.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he did one where he put like an RC car under a traffic cone.
Oh,
he
yes,
put
yes,
it
I've seen
behind
that.
people's cars, and
What
then
the
they
fuck?
they'd walk up to their car and be like, "Oh, there's a traffic cone behind my car," so they'd grab it and move it out of the way, and then he would drive it back behind them after they got in their car.
And that just reminds me of like the guy who was what do you like, the shopping cart guy or the enforcer or whatever. So when people don't put their carts up, he just keep moving it back until they wanted to fight. Dude,
Dude, speaking about shopping carts, I was at Kroger probably a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. This made me so angry. Oh my god. I've actually never been this angry. I got out of the car and started yelling like I can't. So I go and I'm walking in, I have my little Starbucks, and I bought myself flowers. I don't know why, but I wanted flowers. I'm walking to my car, and there's a shopping cart. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I go and I put it back. Okay, I literally go and put it back in the little cart return. I go and I get in my car and I hit the little reverse button, and then my fucking camera comes up, and I'm like, the fuck is there a shopping cart behind my car for? And this lady literally went and grabbed the shopping cart and went and put it behind my car. I watched her do this shit, bro. After I just moved it. Oh my god. Oh my god. It made me so angry. She was just standing there. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Who the fuck are you? I was like, I thought I was getting trafficked. I'm not gonna lie, 'cause you know those people who do like crazy shit. I was like, I'm dying. This is it. This is it for me. I'm done. It's over.
See, this is where, like Grant mentioned, I have anger issues. I don't play around at this point.
Run her over.
Yeah, no, like that is exactly the point I'm at in my life. I texted Grant this the other day. So I was driving home one day from work. It was just like a long shift. I was ready to get home, and this dude almost hits me by trying to merge over. Gets back over. Like, I honk at him, right? He gets back over. Not even 5 seconds later, we still have like not moved, right? Like we're like sitting at a parking spot now. He tries to get over again as I'm sitting there. And then the next day, someone does the same thing. And I text her and they say, I'm like, the next person that does that again, I'm going to follow them home and beat them to death in their driveway in front of their children.
No,
I am so sick of it.
I think people should have to retake their license test every few years. I'm so serious. Like,
oh my god. No, and
Austin, when do you have to get your license renewed?
What do you mean? I don't know, in September of next year.
I was about to say, I think I have to get mine renewed next year too.
Yeah. Well, dude, our birthdays are literally like, what, 7 or 8 days apart?
Yeah.
Do you get it renewed after your birthday?
After you turn 21.
Age? It is?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
At least for
Indiana. I don't fucking know.
I'm not sure how it is for every other state.
Don't ask me any questions.
Yeah. I have to get mine updated in like July, I think.
Oh, I think... Isn't it after your license issue date, or is it your birthday? Am I tripping?
I don't know, actually.
It is birthday? Oh, okay. Because I got mine over COVID. Yo, okay, in Georgia,
on my birthday.
You didn't have to take a driver's test during COVID. I literally went online and clicked the button that said I had driven like 50 hours or whatever, and then they just gave me my license.
That's a W.
That seems safe.
No, Grant, that is not a W, because that is exactly why we have so many stupid drivers in our town, man. They're just giving freebies out.
You had to take the test like 2 years after, I think. I think I took the test as it's like my senior year. And then even then, they like still couldn't have somebody in the car with you because of COVID, so you drove around it. It was a square with cones, and you drove around a square with cones. And then I failed parallel parking and backing into a parking spot, and she gave me a 97. Like, I was like,
all right, this is some bullshit, because my parents made me get all 50 hours. And then the first time I took my driving test, the lady took me down the wrong route.
Oh my god.
And so it put me in like a really bad position to where like I had to disobey traffic laws to go where she wanted me to go. And then she failed me because I had to disobey those laws.
What the fuck?
Straight to hands, bro.
I was so pissed.
No. My parents were very hands-off in the driving learning. The first time I parallel parked was at my driver's test, because the person wasn't allowed to be in the car with you because COVID, so my dad's in the car with me, and he was like, have you ever parallel parked? I was like, nope. And he goes, okay, just move the wheel, just move it. Nope, turn. But if they talk to you, they would like kill your license. You weren't allowed to get your license because your parents like weren't supposed to help you or something. I don't know. Yeah. I failed it anyway, so it was fucking bad. I ran over the cone like 3 times.
See, my dad was an absolute menace teaching me how to drive, right? The first time ever driving, he's like, okay, so we're gonna go down some back roads, and we start going down. He's like, right, now take a right here. Take a right, and all of a sudden I'm merging onto the interstate.
Interstate.
And I'm
Uh-huh.
like, what? I was like, this isn't how this is supposed to go. And then
It's better than what my dad did to me.
oh no, and let me get this last part out. Right, the day before my driving exam, right? The day before, like I had to drive with the instructor. He goes, okay, so I know you know how to parallel park, but we're gonna do some more parallel parking just to be safe. I was like, okay. So we go out on a Friday night on the busiest street where you have to parallel park, right?
Hell no.
And he goes, okay, so we're gonna do a couple parallel parkings. Every time there's a spot that you drive by that's open that you could have parked in, 3 more that you have to do. I was like, are you kidding me? I was more stressed that night than I was for my actual test.
Absolutely not.
Am I the only one who didn't get bullied into doing everything here?
Yeah, man.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
I over tripled my hours needed willingly on my own. I made my mom go with me.
Dude, you
And
haven't
then I
parents were just
absolutely
busy.
aced my fucking driver's test. I got that parallel parking gene.
I do not.
clearly you haven't met Midwestern parents, man. They're brutal. Like they'll teach you how to drive.
That's there, dude. It was built into my fucking DNA to drive.
I can't function without a backup camera, so.
I refused. I could have used it on my driver's test, but I refused to use it.
Nope. I literally Noah's car does not have a backup camera, and I don't know why I was picking him up in his car. For some reason, I was driving his car. I don't know. Oh, I was at his house. He was like, anyway, that's not important. But I had to back out of his parking spot in his tiny ass little apartment parking lot, and there's cars all behind me. There's a big ass truck behind me. I had no idea how far back I was going. I was just like, well, I don't think I hit it. Let's just.
If you go slow enough, there's no damage.
Exactly. I was literally like. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, you can't back up without a backup camera. I don't even use my mirrors. I just kind of
Hell no.
You just use prayers. That's it.
I'm an avid mirror user. Well, okay. Also, I'm also paranoid because my best friend. Okay, I've never gotten in a car accident, but multiple of my friends have hit my car while they were driving. My car has been stationary literally every time. The kid who parks next to me sideswiped the fuck out of my car pulling into the parking lot in high school, and then while everyone was like going out into the little like, I don't want to say dismissal line, but you know your high school parking lot when everyone's leaving.
Yeah.
So my dumb fucking friend does not use his camera, does not turn around, and my car is just stationary in the line, backs directly into me, like bashes my door in, and I was like, so now I'm paranoid to not use my camera. Like I have to, I can't, I need to.
I instinctively
Get out of my car,
I instinctively look back, even if there's a camera or not. Like my body will just automatically make me look back without even thinking that there's a camera there.
I can't see anything though. Like when I'm looking back, I'm like, man, I'm seeing nothing. I always have a bunch of shit in my car though. To be fair, like
Fair enough.
I always have a fucked up stuff in my car.
See, the first day I ever drove to my high school, someone keyed my car.
Oh, awesome.
And so from that day on, right, like I, got everyone I knew to try and help me figure out who it was, got the school involved, and the school basically gave me the bird. And so from that day on, any kind of administrator who was like, talk to me, it like I was very disrespectful at that point because I did not, like, how many times did we change, like, administrators, Grant, while we were there?
Just at high school, or
Just
like
at high
all
school.
of our years?
Just the high school.
I
think it was like what, at least 3, right? At least for me, I think.
That feels like a lot.
Well, because like
no.
well, no, because hang on. So we had a principal and a dean as well, right? A dean of discipline. So my first year there, or my sophomore year, we got a new principal, and then we got a new dean my senior year, and I think after my senior year, I think the principal just left. So
yeah, I think there were only 2 changes.
Okay,
for
yeah, fair
both
enough.
of us, because Bunner came in when I came in.
Oh, true. Wait, he did?
Are you guys not the same year?
No, he's a year
No,
above
I'm a
me.
year ahead.
Oh, okay.
Even though we're like a few days apart
Sorry.
in age.
I'm learning
Austin's
lore.
Austin's a little como se dice, slow.
I I knew you were gonna say that too. You know, every time you start talking crap about me, I always just keep thinking back to these videos I've been seeing on TikTok of this just, I think it was a U.S. Army like soldier or whatever, and he just has the most brutal comebacks of all time. And I've been slowly tossing them out to you in the past few days, but like I got a ton more, and I'm just trying to hold back some because I know you're struggling right now with your recovery. But I'm trying to get my revenge for February. You were messed up. All right.
What happened in February?
I have a bunch of clips. He likes to make fun of my previous relationship ships, I guess.
Okay. Fair.
And in February,
It's hard not to.
in February he was just like straight elbow to throat, like he was just going in. And I was like, dude.
All right.
That happens. You gotta date shitters sometimes.
This is some bullshit. Because he's not telling you what happened.
What happened?
So,
Yeah. What happened?
so he doesn't want to admit it.
Mhm.
But all of the things I made fun of him for, he ditched me to go do.
No.
That's the worst. No.
That's not even what I'm talking about, dude. That was earlier in the year. That was not February. February was way before this. You were talking about stuff that was way before we even got to, or before I even got to college, man.
I don't remember that.
I can pull up the clips right now I have on my Twitch. Sorry.
I don't believe you.
Fair enough. Now, what he was about to talk about was that
I'm ready.
During the first 2 or 3 weeks of our fall semester, I was making friends, and you know, like we hadn't had movie night in like 3 weeks before this because we were busy during the summer at the end of it, and so.
As people are.
Yeah, as people are. And then
Yes,
one of my buddies on like Thursday night, we usually have it on Friday nights, so movie nights, he goes, hey, do you guys want to go to see this band play on Friday night? And I'm like, well, yeah, movie night. Yeah, sure, why not? You guys are my friends. I'll hang out with you. I don't know you guys a whole lot. Well, I want to make some new friends, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so I text Grant this, and he is so angry. He is really angry, but I was like, fine, we'll do it next week. Then the next week, I ditched him because I have a date. and the date it was probably the worst date I've ever been on.
Oh,
It
awesome.
was literally horrible. And we have an entire episode covering that.
Oh.
It was
Not
a
the
bad.
tea.
Yeah,
That was
it
one of the
bad.
originals too. That's been
Mhm.
like the first like 5, right?
Hang on a second.
What
I think,
episode
I think
are we
it's
on
I think it's episode 12. We're on episode 36.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Let me see. What episode
Making
was
it
that?
work.
It was an unfortunate weekend, which was episode 8.
Oh, dang.
Oh.
OG.
Ooh. Wait, what episode or what day did that come out? So I can verify this. Oh, that came out in September. Okay. So yeah, that was a terrible day until I went to the frat party with him after the date, because literally what happened was the date was so terrible. She dropped me back off because I didn't have a car on campus. She dropped me back off on campus. I get out of her car. She drives off. The first thing I do is pull up my phone, call him, say, hey, what are you doing right now? And we go to a
What
party.
time was it? Because it had to have been like 10.
It was at least 9. It was at least 9 o'clock.
From a sorority woman, what frat was it? Where'd you go? Can I judge? Do you remember?
Oh,
I don't know the name.
I'm here to
Oh
judge.
god, I'd have to pull it up.
It was a
I don't have my
Christian frat.
phone.
It was a.
Oh, it's BYX, right?
Yes. Yep.
I love the BYXs. They're so nice. They're normal people. They're great.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
It was lit. It was a paint party.
Yeah.
So there was
That's cute.
there was a paint mosh pit and a
Oh,
paint
yeah. We had
slide,
one of
and
those.
volleyball.
That's
Yeah, it
so
was great.
fun. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
No,
I have a buddy in that frat. So.
I have a
I
lot of
will-
good friends in BYX.
I will say I love the people in there. There was one dude, like I went to one of their I think it was the Halloween party, and I dressed as Alan from The Hangover. That's why I grew out my beard during that time. And one dude was like, "Dude, I love your costume. You gotta start hanging out with us. You know, come to these things on Wednesdays and stuff like that." And I'm just like,
Oh,
dude.
fun.
I was like, I would love to, but I'm an engineering major, man. I don't
They
have
trying to
time.
recruit you to be a brother, bro.
Yeah.
They're trying to recruit you.
Now my parents wanted me to join
Oh.
a frat, and I was like, it's not happening. It's not gonna happen.
I mean, I feel like at some schools it's fine, but if you're at a SEC school, rushing a frat is probably the stupidest thing you can do. It's just hell.
Mhm.
It's just terrible. Sorority life's completely different because they don't haze. Like unironically, I don't get paid to say that. Like actually though, but the frat hazing is very obvious, and
Yeah.
it doesn't happen, girl.
It happens, but it's not very bad.
Oh no.
At our school, it is not wonderful at all.
Oh,
Oh no,
at Purdue, it's fine.
Yeah,
No.
you have to think. Purdue, we're an engineering school.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I go to
We are-
UGA, so
We are nerdy as fuck.
I
so.
I think the worst thing I've ever seen like for a hazing, and it was just kind of funny, was this Viking of a man with like he was huge and he had like a huge beard or whatever, and he was just walking around in a dress on campus.
oh, that's fun.
And I was just like, okay. So there was one episode I just had to stop. I looked at my window. I was like, what? What just passed by my
Fuck is
window? Yeah.
All of
Yeah,
our pledges have to wear suits for like probably
Yep.
half of first semester.
Yep.
And their hell week is I've just heard too many stories that I can't. I will say one of the frats break the edge of their pinky fingers
Oh,
as part of hell week. Yeah, it's like
No.
actual physical violence.
No.
People get run over by golf carts, and yeah, it's
That's
a
just
whole
funny.
thing.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I was watching a video earlier. This group of guys brought 3 golf carts onto a golf course, and they really didn't play golf. All they did was they would like park the golf carts in front of the tees and just blast golf balls at them. And then as they were driving down the course, they would just try and like run each other off of the course, like into the lakes and everything. It was hilarious.
No, that just
That's
reminds
what I
me.
should
Like
do.
I was watching a video today. Is okay. Here's a little trick in case you ever get mad when you're playing bad, right? And this buddy just shanks this ball. He's like, "Guys, about to snap." He goes, "Wait. Left-handed rage," and he throws it. It's just like one of the most awkward things. That's how you instantly shut down your anger in like golf. You just have to throw with your like non-dominant hand.
You'll just be
Oh
upset.
my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think that would make
it's-
me more upset.
Well, no, it's like the video where it's like there are 6 men in front of you. How do you tell if one of them's gay? And you just have them all throw a ball and see how they throw it.
I forgot
Just on
about
the
that video.
course. It's like, here comes the putter throw. Wait. Oh, it's the gay throw. And it's like that, like Wimpy, like only uses his wrist to flick it. And yeah. I can see that really like dissipating my anger.
Yeah. It definitely takes the wind out of your sails when you throw it and you don't even get like 5 feet before it just kind of crumbles, you know?
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh,
I've really been on the golf side of TikTok recently.
yeah, same.
Same.
I saw the video of the guy who you know the old video where it's like you're either good at you're
Yes.
either good at golf or good at sex, and he just hits an absolute piss missile down the fairway.
Yes.
That same guy made a video, I don't know, a couple of weeks back, where he was putting and it lipped out of the hole, and he just like hits the green with his putter and he goes, "Oh, it was in her mouth and the kids walked in." I was dying.
That reminds me of like,
Dying.
you know that one girl golf TikToker, I can't remember her name, like Gracie
Grace.
something. Yep.
Yeah.
With the
I-
huge personality.
Thank you, Grant. No, I was watching this video. It was like this one guy. It may have been the same guy you're talking about. I don't think it was though. Where they were clearly like just doing this for a joke, but like she just launches this ball and he goes, "Wow, nice tits." I mean shot. I'm just like,
It's the same guy. It's the same,
guy. Yeah, dude. That video was making me crying laughing because I was in the car with my dad and I stumbled upon it. He goes to show me a video literally after I just got done watching it. It's the same video.
Classic
So
like
losing.
dad on TikTok. My dad will send me shit on Instagram
Yep.
that I saw when I was like 15.
Ah, yes.
No, my mom will send like videos of dogs that look just like Iris, and then my dad will just send me like comical videos.
My dad just sends me tweets. He's not on TikTok. Every time I send him a TikTok, he responds, "Not funny, didn't laugh." I'm like, damn. So I
We're
sent
trying
him
to ratio you.
I started thinking that he wasn't watching them, so I sent him one that was like, if you watch this, send this emoji back. And he goes, I think that's dumb, Hana. I'm not doing it. So then I just started sending him like sad dad TikToks. And then he told me he was going to block me.
You need to find videos of like the dad parties where it's like women who dress up in like Nike Monarchs and khaki shorts pulled up to like, they're pulled up to their chest and talk about like lawnmowers and have like tape measures hooked onto their belt loops. And like start measuring grills and shit around the house.
My dad's not even like old, and my dad's 40. Like he's very normal. We're very close. He's not like old, but he has this thing. His new favorite thing is his farm.
Mhm.
He is so obsessed with this tractor. He just got a tractor, and all he does is go home from work and go ride around his tractor for a few hours, then come home and be like, "That was a great day on the tractor." It's just like, what the fuck, dude?
So
Early
just-
stage dad
I know.
transformation.
God, I can't. He's lame.
My dad also has the tractor. He
Yeah.
does that shit.
I'm like, Dad, if you told yourself at 18 years old that you'd be excited about a tractor when you're 40, what do you think you would have thought? He goes, well, I probably would have jumped off a cliff at that point. And I was like, oh, awesome. Thanks, Dad.
So speaking of TikTok, Hana, I'm gonna call you out for a minute real quick.
Go for it. Call
So
me.
if I remember correctly, if
Okay.
memory serves me right,
Yo.
I messaged you, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 months ago saying, hey, is it okay if I send you TikToks or whatever? She's like, yeah, just send me on
I
my.
sent you my personal account.
You sent me your personal account, and so I added you on there, and you never added me back, so I can't send you anything.
Oh, did I not?
Oh.
Oh, wait, pause. Hold on. I have a time limit on TikTok. Let me cancel my time limit.
And so I was just like, well, I've literally been waiting for this outlet right here.
Are you serious? Really?
I haven't been waiting for this. I just thought about it right now. Since
You're
we're
not even
TikTok.
on. When did you follow me? It's not on my followers.
It's literally. It was a while ago. I can't read that. Hang on a second. Let me make sure.
Do it again.
Okay.
Oh, who
What's
just
the-
texted me? Hello? Yo.
Yeah.
What year are you?
Freshman. Or sophomore now, I guess.
Okay.
Who fucking one of my mods just sent me a TikTok
Yep.
over text message. Why?
Got it right here. Oh. Can't read it. Okay.
It's not in my followers. Unfollow and follow it again. It's not there. Look. Look
There
at
we
this
go.
shit.
I just did it.
Look at these names. Look how none
Fine.
of them are you.
Fine. I just
Yeah.
Look. I just
See,
followed
there
you.
it is. There it is.
Yeah. After I just unfollowed and followed again.
Me.
Dude, sending TikToks over text.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
why
what-
Alien did that.
My brother doesn't have TikTok, so anything I want to send him, I have to save it and then send it as like an actual video. And so during all this submarine shit,
Oh my god.
I had to save all of the photos. It was the same one I sent you, the Lakitu one that you said was actually funny.
Yeah.
I sent that to Preston because Preston and I when I go over to Preston and Jenna's house fairly frequently to play Mario Party with them, and I help take care of Chandler and all that. Cause I'm an uncle, Hana.
Okay.
Just so Chandler's my nephew.
Oh.
And we play Mario Party, and Lakitu is from Mario Party. And so I sent him that. He thought it was hilarious.
No.
My mom has been. Oh, sorry. Go.
Okay, I was about to say, I think genuinely, since they found out that the sub imploded, they've gotten a lot more creative with the jokes they've been making.
The
Oh, yeah.
controller survived.
Did you
That's
see the
all I need
Roblox
to
game?
say.
Yes.
The GTA mods.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the fact that the controller survived, so now it's like Nokia, Logitech.
Literally
Logitech sales after that are going way up.
insane. We were at a fancy restaurant yesterday. It's my parents' anniversary today. Go them. A year ago today. Yay, go them. So we were at a fancy restaurant yesterday, and my mother thinks the submarine memes are the funniest thing that has ever happened to humor in the entire world. And
They are.
this is one of those fancy restaurants where like the lights are low, it's quiet, everyone's whispering. My mother decides that she has to show us a SpongeBob submarine meme, and that shit was so loud. It's on like 70% volume, and all you hear is SpongeBob going or whatever the fuck his little laugh is.
Not
God,
that.
people were like, not that. People were like
that was
turning
like a toad
around.
laugh.
Yeah, I do impressions. People were turning around and looking at us, and then she uses her flashlight to like look at the menu. She's 40. She's not old. She's 39. She's not even 40. And she's literally like,
my parents do that. My parents.
What?
Oh, I can't.
No,
I can't.
my
I
parents.
love
would be,
her.
My parents will be like playing games or watching videos, and they'll have the volume on max, and we're out in public places. And I'm like, guys, you own AirPods. Like,
That's what I
why?
said.
You have them in your pockets. Why?
No,
Why do you have
literally.
your volume all the way up?
I can't. This show was awful. It was awful, actually. The waiter came by and was like, "Is there anything I can help you guys with?" I was like,
I thought
"Please
you
get
were
me a
gonna.
knife."
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say, "Is there anything we can help you guys with?" And your mom just showed him the video.
It's on brand. It's on brand. And my mom is so strange. When I went to the last Art Rocket League event I went to was in Jersey, and so we were at the after party, and I'm walking around hanging out with some friends, and she comes up to me. She goes, "Some of the guys that I saw on screen, I went and got selfies with." So she just got selfies with a bunch of random Rocket League pros. She has no idea who they are. It's like K-Dop, Turbo, like a bunch of random EU pros that she just has selfies with now. And I'm like, Mom, what the fuck? Like, where'd you see these people? Like,
That's W mom.
Yeah,
What?
true.
dude.
I am so mad I can't go to Boston. Like,
I'm upset, dude.
I-
I'm pissed.
now I have like every single person I know. At first, I was all I knew that was going was like you, Noah,
hmm
Nito, and Widow. And now I'm friends with a lot more people, and everyone's like, "Yeah, we're going to Boston." I'm just like,
It's
"Throw
rough.
something." Like,
That's how it felt with LA. Everyone and their fucking mom was in LA, and I was
Yeah.
like, I'm taking finals.
but now we have someone in the call who I can call out again for it. You know,
Oh yeah.
you're the reason. No, I'm kidding. I understand why you couldn't go. So,
When in doubt, blame Grant.
well, that's usually my go-to move because
Good
usually
go-to.
he usually does the same thing for me.
I blame my
True.
brother for absolutely anything and everything. Like, we'll be playing video games, like, we'll be playing League, and some random person will die. And I'll just be like, I blame Bryce. And he'd be like, for what?
I'm about to get back on my league grind, TBH. I miss
Don't.
it.
I
Don't.
I've been getting back on my Siege grind right now,
Ooh.
and it's been painful. This game is like,
Siege is painful.
Siege
Well,
is worse.
here's the thing. Siege is fun to me, at least, right? And it's a lot more fun with Grant in there.
With friends. Yeah,
It's a lot
that's
more
the
fun with friends.
caveat.
But lately, it's been angering me because I tried to do it on the subathon the other day. It literally crashed 5 times before opening up.
Oh.
It finally opened up. I played one game. It was bad. Just that was the end of the subathon, right? And then today I play 4 games where I get 3-0'd every time. I'm just like, ugh, I'm done with this. I play one more game. We're up 2-0. It's like just one more round, and then my game crashes, and I'm just like, all right, I almost deleted the game right then and there.
I don't blame you.
Oh.
It's one like a meme I have now where it was like, you know, where the that Whiplash scene where it's like, if I ever see one of these things again, I swear to God, I will stop being so nice. And it's just a Siege crash report. That's
A little context, Hana. My internet is really bad right now.
Okay.
I just moved houses out to the kind of the deeper county because I
Mhm.
used to be right on the city county line.
Yeah.
Now I'm deeper into the county, and the internet is just really bad. And it's not like it's manageable. Like I have a little
Yeah.
bit of lag. It is like somebody stuffed shit in insulation and put it on the power lines. I'm
Oh,
not
dude.
lying.
no. The first day we got back home and he put it on his computer, he goes, I literally can't open a Google page.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. I would
couldn't-
die.
Yeah, I
would die.
Right now, still, like right now, I get like 3 megs download, and I'm
the fuck?
21% through COD 3 download.
Are you serious, dude? You've been downloading that for a month.
I'm 21% through the COD 3 download. I still have 2 days, 2 full days on the download. Hana, the highest time that my computer read it would take to download COD 3 was
Black Ops 3.
over a year. Yeah,
What?
over a year. At one
the
point,
fuck?
I actually have a picture of it. I was getting 18 bits per second. Not megabits, not kilobits, bits.
I'm sorry, what the fuck?
No, he's been trying to download this game since May. I don't know how it's still going, man.
I've really kind of
Everyone,
given up, man.
Grant's Cash App
No.
will be in the description below. Send him money. He needs it.
The Patreon link is in
Yeah.
somewhere.
No,
Sorry, I keep muting. Keep fucking sneezing.
I think I'm gonna finally give up on Jedi Survivor after today.
Thank
God. It was so laggy that I missed 2 entire cutscenes because it literally lagged the entire way through. I had it literally, what it would do is it would skip frames, so it would skip the dialogue. So all of a sudden, I'm getting conversations. I'm getting like a bits and pieces of conversations, and I have no idea the context of any of it.
It's like reading those. Fuck! I just blanked on the word. The government files. I have it all blacked out.
Yeah, and then I turn my graphics and everything to the lowest possible settings, right? And it is still so laggy that it's unplayable. It got to the point I couldn't even switch like lightsaber stances. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" At that point, I closed the game, shut my computer off. I'm like, "I'm done. I'm not touching this game again. I'll watch a video."
Austin,
That sucks though.
Yeah.
your Jedi Survivor playthrough has been a lot like your cutscene specifically has been a lot like the life of a blister. You show up after everything is already done and derive no enjoyment from anything, and no one else does either.
Dude, Jedi Survivor has been like pulling teeth, man. There's some points where it's like, oh, this is sick, and there's some points it's like, I would just like to move to like,
Yeah.
maybe 3 feet, if that generous, maybe, but like, come on, like, please. there were points, right? Like, I got to the point where I'm like, okay, Kobo is the worst part of the game because it's such a massive map. It's like, I cannot load the game if I spawn on Kobo. I have to go to a different world first and then close my game out, because if I try to spawn in on Kobo first when I'm starting the game up, it literally takes 30 minutes to even load into the world. 30 minutes. It's like, what? I've never seen a release that bad since like Arkham
Fallout
Knight.
76.
Is
Fallout
it the game
76.
or is it your internet?
It's the game,
right?
It's the
Okay.
game. My internet's great. It's
Fallout 76.
dude. Fallout 76 was not as bad as Arkham Knight for PC.
Wasn't Cyberpunk's really bad?
Yeah, but
was glitchy.
Arkham Knight for PC, they literally just
Yeah.
refunded everyone because they were like, this is not worth the effort of trying to fix it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They did the same thing for Fallout 76, but they didn't give out refunds. Not only that,
So bad.
Fallout 76 killed a lot of consoles. Like, it permanently disabled consoles for people.
Is that the one with multiplayer?
It's the one that got released in beta. In beta. No, it literally killed people's consoles, and they didn't do a full release for another like 3 years, and it was still just as shit.
No, dude.
Sorry, I don't know anything about Fallout. I'm not the Fallout
Yeah,
girly.
I don't
It
know
was
anything
it
about
was some
Fallout either.
Overwatch. It was some Overwatch PvE shit.
Great.
Fallout New Vegas reigns supreme for Fallout. I will say that. That's the only one I know of because it's just so good.
I'm on the verge of killing myself. I can't, because of my jaw reconstruction, I can't blow my nose.
Oh no.
Oh
And-
no.
And Austin, you know, I have horrific allergies.
I was just
And
about to say I'm
lives
about
on
to
a
go take
farm.
an allergy
He
pill.
lives on a farm right now too.
Oh, that's worse.
So bad.
Oh, animal.
They brought in, yeah, I have 2 dogs. They brought in the hay
Oh god.
while I was having my surgery.
Did you just die?
I am dying, but I
Yeah.
can't blow my nose.
He-
So I have to take tissues, square them up, twist them, and shove them in my nose like tampons so that snot doesn't rain from my head like a fucking
Oh.
8th plague of Egypt.
Did he have like a 24-hour nosebleed too?
Yeah,
That's awful.
after my surgery, my nose pretty much bled constantly for 12 hours.
12. Okay.
And
Oh.
it like fully bled for like 12 hours, and it intermittently bled until today.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
You're just having a great time.
And I have not been any help to him. I've been like roasting him the entire time too.
Are you telling me you guys don't get nosebleeds that bad every time the seasons change?
I do.
I don't remember the
My
last time I
my
found a
nose
nosebleed.
hates, like, it is a fountain every time the season changes drastically, and it's so bad, just randomly out of nowhere. I'll wake up, my pillow will be full of blood. It is so bad.
Dude, being at Purdue
Until-
blows. Because like
Until my surgery, I had never had a nosebleed.
That's what right? I think I've had maybe one as a kid. I don't think I've ever really had a nosebleed.
Grant,
We've
this is karma.
well established that I have bad DNA.
Oh yeah. he's,
Hey, I'm
he was
allergic to
bald at
cats
18.
and dogs, so
17.
Bro-
17. Fair enough.
Bro,
That's
has a
well,
punching
17
bag.
is when I
Dang,
committed to it. It started at 15 is when the hairline started to go.
Mason has a punching bag in his room with his brother's face on it, and every time he thinks about his balding, he just punches it because he blames his brother.
I just got a fresh shave today, and I'm looking good as fuck.
Grant, 100% I thought you were gonna say with my face on it, because he was the punching bag of the group for so long, and now it's
No.
like that has fallen on the Shire.
Oh,
Gotta go through it.
Yeah,
the initiation.
yeah, pretty much. See, Grant took it out on me, then I took it out on Mason. Mason and all of us are kind of taking it out on Shire. Soon we're gonna get someone else, and Shire's just gonna be absolute menace.
I knew. Yeah.
I took it out on you, Austin, but basically that was just like pent up and like delivered because of the time I spent overseeing you at theater.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It was well deserved. It was well deserved.
Because Hana, I was the construction crew head,
Yeah.
and he was in the construction crew. So I was in charge of getting everything done.
Right.
And me.
And he literally, I mean, he's a living peanut. Like, he just kind of sits there and does nothing.
That's not true. I know.
You have to work so hard to get at anything good when it comes to work.
Yeah.
No. I am not like, I don't do nothing. I just do things with the most like
Ass backwards.
yeah,
logic.
that's what we're, like I'll look at something and I'm like, okay, I could easily just like make this down here and then lift it up there. Let's just create a pulley system and build it up there when it's like 80 degrees. That's a good idea.
I remember this.
Yeah,
I remember
it's
this
like that
story.
was like the most tame thing I did. There was stuff where we were doing, dude, the drill bit from Allie. Oh, I've
my
never seen you more
God.
angry.
She's still like whenever it's like me, Allie, and then like other people who like are just new and like don't already know. Allie always tells them about the drill bit.
The way I always tell everyone else about the desk.
Yes.
Hana, actually, have I told you about this? The workshop
don't-
desk.
I don't know. Possibly.
So there was one day where I was like unsupervised. I was told to cut this OSB board on our workshop desk, right? Never used the sort of saw I had to use for it. Given no supervision whatsoever to tell me if I'm doing it right or not. I start cutting, and I cut the corner of the table. The only workshop table that we have, I cut the corner off.
Oof.
And the next
Way
day,
to go.
the next day, I get in there and I'm like, did I do that? No. And then Grant goes, what idiot cut off this corner piece? And I'm like, yeah. And I just start going, I'm like, yeah, what kind of idiot? And then I have this epiphany right before Grant's graduation. And I tell him that it was me.
Over dinner.
No. Let me. I told you before your graduation, and you were so kind of caught up in graduation, you forgot about it. That summer, I tell him while we're eating dinner, and he sets down his fork and just stares at me with the most blood-curdling rage I've ever seen out of this man.
He had to wait until we were in a public place.
So you wouldn't kill him?
Yeah. I had to wait till he
He
had
was-
like dull utensils too.
Yeah, he was like counting his lucky stars that I didn't catch him in a freight elevator.
No,
No, the theater was a great time.
it was.
Anyone who's listening to this but hasn't listened to the theater episode needs to listen to it. It is honestly
Every
it's a
time,
must listen to. It is hilarious.
every time someone like talks about like, oh, what episodes are good, that is the first episode I always direct him to, because it is literally just the best stories we've ever had. Because I was just an extreme idiot, and Grant was just so full of rage at the stupid stuff I would do.
And it was like COVID.
Oh, so that was just bullshit. Yeah.
I have never seen like that built our friendship, but it also almost destroyed it as well. Like,
Yeah, because when COVID hit, it was like the first set that I was in charge of, and it was really good because I was Little Shop. That was a really good set,
and also a really good show.
Yeah,
because I was the puppeteer, you know,
of the plant of yeah, and so it was an amazing set. We got to do one show, and then COVID,
That
and
sucks.
so it like we got to do our Friday show, and that was it. And then we got to do our Thursday show.
Oh yeah,
Friday
true.
school shut down, and we never got to do it again. And we had to come back the next year and tear it all down.
Yep.
That sucks. So
No, I
bad.
remember that Friday because it was so brutal. Because I had to help pack up the plant and send it back, and I was the one controlling it. And I keep in mind, right? This was something that I was like, I was actively working on getting stronger for this thing, because this was like the largest plant rested on my shoulders, and it was like 90 plus pounds, and I was doing curls with the mouth as well, trying to like make it look like I was talking. So I was like actively working out a little bit and getting stronger and making sure I could do this well. I got one show out of it, and I was like, all this
Dang.
work.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still angry about that, but at the same time, after that, I got so fed up. I was just like, I'm doing construction crew. I'm done with the show. I'm just gonna do construction crew only. And then that's how me and Grant built our friendship, because we just like, it's like, yeah, why don't we just go out to dinner one night? And then during that talk, we just like realized that we were the exact same person.
Right.
So
We are very similar.
it's scary.
We're like exactly the same, but in like different stages.
Yeah.
I see.
I'm always a
He's
stage
like
behind.
Yeah, he's like a caterpillar, and I'm like melted in my cocoon.
I see. Okay. You're not a butterfly yet?
No, God, no. If you saw me, butterfly is not what you would think.
You think bulldog? That's what you think from him.
No,
Go dogs,
Oh
bro.
yeah, I forgot.
I just got my face fixed, so I'm no longer a bulldog.
You're still a bulldog.
W.
You're still a bulldog.
Because I used to have an underbite.
Mm-hmm.
Grant, keep in mind the underbite was not the reason why we think you're a bulldog, bro.
Oh, I know. Every trait that you associate with a bulldog, Hana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You just are. Oh, okay. Awesome.
He's lazy. He's just just doesn't have a care in the world. Stroke face, yeah. He just strolls. He doesn't care about anything going on around him. He just wants to live life, you know.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I want a bulldog so bad.
I want a pit bull, but I don't want to have the responsibility of a pit bull.
I have a pit bull. I love her. She's the love of my life. She's precious.
Wait, what's her name?
Luna.
Oh, so she eats children. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. She does.
Yeah.
So if it's like, if it's like Gargantuan the Destroyer, absolute sweetest dog ever. But Princess Luna, she
I
has.
love her.
Do you guys like spray paint in her kills like she's a fighter jet?
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
that'd be
Sorry.
hilarious.
She snores so loudly. She is the worst. My parents literally, this was a few months ago, it's probably a year ago. They walked into my room at like 1:30. I'm dead asleep, and my stepmom's going, Hana, and I'm like, what? And she goes, who's in your room? I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, do you have somebody over right now? Like, what's going on? What the hell are you talking about? And it's my fucking dog. She's up, like, oh my god. They can hear it across the house too. I live on the other side of the house. Like, she is so damn loud. Little bulldozer.
My dog will snore, but not that loud.
No, she's a problem.
There will never be a dog as loud as BB. And BB Hana was my most recent bulldog. We lost her. She had a brain tumor,
I'm
so
sorry.
we had to put her down. She had an elongated soft palate.
Oh.
So do you know what that is?
Yes, I believe so. You can.
So your soft palate, like the roof of your mouth?
Yes.
Your
Yes.
soft
Okay.
palate is just behind that.
Got it.
Right? So like where your nose kind of comes down to
Right.
enter your throat, it's in between the soft palate and the hard palate.
Yes.
Hers was abnormally long.
Mhm.
And so her normal breathing sounded, oh gosh, how do I describe it? Because I can't make the noise right now.
You
I
did
can't
a
make
great
the
sound
noise right
once,
now.
but yeah.
I can't make it right now because my face is all fucked up.
Yeah,
I'll follow
true.
you. I'll follow up with you on this noise because I feel like I
Okay.
need to hear it.
Hana, one
Okay.
thing you gotta remember about Grant, like to keep in mind about him, he is great at making random noises out of nowhere, and they will stick in the back
Fair.
of your brain, and you'll just think about it one day, and you'll start dying laughing. There's been times when I've been walking on campus, and I'll start hysterically laughing because I'll just think about his pig squeal that he did when he's talking about the hog calling competition.
Oh God.
Fucking, I love the people who put auto tune over the hog callers. It is so funny. But yeah, you can imagine BB's normal breathing
Mhm.
was the worst sleep apnea snore
Oh,
you've
God.
ever heard.
Right.
And it was constant. And we kept BB, and BB, I've told Austin this, we kept BB
Yeah.
really healthy because of her
Mhm.
health condition. BB was fast enough that she caught a squirrel.
Oh, okay. She was zooming.
Yeah, and she was a bulldog. She was, 18 pounds maybe. She was really light, really lean, but because of her elongated soft palate,
Yeah.
she sounded like a literal monster.
Just a linebacker.
Yeah. If anyone walked up to the door in the middle of the night and heard that, they would think a 600-pound giant was sleeping in the living room and would just immediately go, yeah,
Hell
fuck
no.
that. Yeah, fuck that. I'm out of here.
I think like oh god, what's the weightlifter's name? Like Eddie
Eddie Hall,
Eddie Hall, yeah.
6'2", 320 pounds,
Yeah.
beast.
Oh man. Well,
Eddie
I
Hall's the
did
fucking
warn
best.
that we do go a little over now all of a sudden. So we're already at like
Oh,
an
no, you're
hour and
good, don't worry.
6, so yeah.
You're good. I gotta go
Just-
relatively soon. I have a 9:30. Well, it's not that serious, but I also have to retake a fucking calc quiz.
Yeah, you just
Got it,
call whenever you're
89.
good.
Okay.
So, all
I just need to retake that real quick.
right.
Stream. I'm probably gonna go within the next like 5-ish minutes.
That's fine.
I
Yeah.
need some allergy medicine in my life.
Yeah, I was telling Grant yesterday. I came into your chat yesterday too, and I was like dying because like I have hives breakouts every now and again,
Yeah.
and it's just so random. I hear it looks like a cycle or whatever, and so I was
Mhm.
taking this medicine for like a month, and I was slowly weaning off it for another month. The day I completely stopped,
Yeah.
instant breakout again. That was yesterday,
Dude.
and
that
I was
sucks.
like, oh my god. So I took Benadryl.
Yeah.
And then I was like, it's 7:30. I'm not going to bed now. So I drink caffeine with it. So I'm just sitting there as my body is shutting down, just
Losing
staring,
his
watching
mind.
Demon Slayer, and I'm just like, I could not be feeling worse right now if I tried.
Awful.
Yeah, it used to happen to me when I was at Purdue, and there'd be days where, like, there's one day it happened, and I had a meeting with like my engineering group right after.
Right.
So I was like, my body was shutting down. I'd be staring at my computer just typing, and my group would go, "Austin, are you good?" And I'm like, so what was that?
Yeah.
It's like I was just in a different world at that point because I literally just had to focus on my breathing only to make sure I didn't stop that.
Right. Literally didn't die.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of Demon Slayer, I am pissed that they only made 11 episodes.
I thought this
Motherfucker,
was about to be a spoiler. I was like, please
No.
don't say anything. I haven't watched it yet.
It's so
On the
good.
list.
they couldn't even make the normal 12. Fuck you, Demon Slayer.
Well, no, okay, but the 11th episode was 50 minutes. And it needed to be.
All the more reason. All the more reason to just split it up.
Well, no, because if they split it
No,
up
no, no.
in the
No, no,
middle,
no. I
it
don't
would
wanna-
not have been a good ending. They had the perfect ending, and like they had the perfect opportunity to just make it a 50 episode or 50-minute one. It was a great ending of the season. Can't wait for the next one. W show. You should definitely watch it soon.
I will. I am rewatching Gossip Girl, unfortunately, and me and Noah are currently watching through Shippuden, and then
I'm
yeah,
watching
we
One
also
Piece right now.
finished. We finished Death
Proud
Note
of you.
and Attack on Titan, unfortunately.
How far into Death Note are you?
Oh, girl, we started watching that months ago. I don't remember shit, so we're gonna be watching. I don't remember
Yeah.
anything.
There's
I
a
remember.
certain
Hmm,
there's a
trying to think.
certain event in Death Note
Uh-huh.
that after that it's just not worth watching.
Oh, okay. Well, then we probably haven't reached it because I cannot give you a thing.
Oh,
Okay.
trust me, when this happens, you will know.
I'm gonna know. I'm trying to think where I am.
I don't even remember what he's talking about.
Okay, Misa exists. Misa, is that her name? I don't remember what's her name. Little blonde girl exists.
Yeah, like
Whatever the
Misa,
blonde,
Mika, something, I don't know.
whatever the fuck her name is. And then their L is like kind of working with whatever the fuck the main character's name is. Bitch, I don't even know
Light.
what his name is.
Light.
Light. That's what I'm so sorry. I just need to rewatch the show.
I haven't even
It's
watched it
so long. Oh,
yet.
stop.
I already know everything that happens. I just haven't
Oh, I
watched
was
it.
like, why'd you let me start talking?
No,
Oh, I said it so
one
bad.
thing you'll notice, I don't care about spoilers. There's a point in a show where if I'm actually invested in it, I'll have to look up some things that happen or like when they'll
No.
happen, because I just like become so consumed. If it's a large series, I know I'm gonna end up stopping at one point or another halfway through and then return to it. And if I just have to wait a long time, I have to look it up, you know?
I spoiled something about Naruto for myself and I was really upset. It came on my Twitter timeline. I was really mad. And I almost spoiled Game of Thrones for myself because I waited 8 years to watch that stupid fucking
It's
show.
so good. I'm about to rewatch it again. It's
I'm
so
about to rewatch
good.
it. I have to make Noah watch it. It's so I fucking love it.
Everyone
casually
hates on the
rewatching
last season, but
Suits.
it's so good.
I think the last season is good.
The last season up until the last 3 episodes when Daenerys starts
Okay.
attacking the kingdom, like
I can take that. I can
the
take that.
the night Night King.
Yeah.
Up until that, like until that final battle, so good. Some of their best episodes. After that, completely different story.
I wasn't up. Has everyone seen this? Like, can I be talking right now or no? Are you guys gonna watch Game of Thrones if you haven't seen it?
I can't stand Game of Thrones, so you're good here.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Fucking Bran being the king or what?
Here's the
This shit made
thing.
me so angry.
Here's the
Sorry,
thing.
I can't.
I'm annoyed because in an earlier season, like the season before, he said, you know, I can't be a lord, I can't be a king, or whatever. I am purely have to be an observer, right? And then he goes, okay, now it makes sense for him to be king. But the thing is, like, I'm
That's what I
annoyed
was
by
saying.
that, but also at the same time, it also kind of does make sense for him to be king at first because
Unfortunately, it does.
he has to be like, they have to completely rebuild the system at that point, and so they need someone who's
Yeah.
wise and who doesn't
And it's
abide
different.
by the old ways and has to like actually make change. So they need him to be the king. So I was like,
Yes.
I was annoyed that he was the king because I don't like his character. But at the same
Yeah.
time, I was just like, it makes sense. I can't be mad.
I also would like to say I think they plot armored some of the characters too much in season 7. Like, I'm sorry, how does what's his face, whatever the first Stark was, get immediately beheaded season 1, and then fucking when Jon and Daenerys were in the ice, whatever the fuck, with the night guy, and then the random dude on the horse comes and saves them. Sorry,
Now,
Mm-mm.
the
I
one
was out there and I was like, what the hell?
the one thing I really really hate that they did with Game of Thrones is how dirty they did Tyrion. Because he went from
Yes.
being the best character to then he meets
Yes.
Daenerys and becomes literally the worst advisor you could ever have.
Such a little loser.
And it's like, dude, you went from literally being like the best character to now Jon Snow
Agreed.
took your place. You know?
Agreed. Oh, I love Jon Snow. I'm a Jon Snow lover. Anyway, I'll stop talking about Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones. It's really a
So
problem.
Joffrey's my favorite character.
no, we've argued about this because I loved Joffrey's character, not because like I loved him as like a
Joffrey.
person, but I loved
Yeah.
Joffrey like what he represented because he was just so evil.
It was interesting. Yeah,
Exactly.
It was a different dynamic. You know, I was upset with the Cersei thing. How she needed a more epic death. I'm sorry, in my opinion.
Now
Than her and Jamie. That there needed to be something more with me for that.
I can't stand Joffrey's brother. He was the more annoying one.
Little guy. I don't know his name.
I hated him so much because he was such a pushover. Like
Yeah, he was.
he went from being like, we had King Robert who was just like just wanted to party. Then we have Joffrey who
Yeah.
was just so evil and so like menacing. And then you have someone
Yeah.
who's just like, my wife is gonna tell me everything I have to do now.
You
It's
know,
like,
I kind of
dude.
rocked with Marjorie though. Marjorie was interesting to me.
Yeah, she was.
Oh,
Average
Oh, sorry. Go.
average dude. I'm just gonna do whatever my wife says.
I
Yeah.
will say the Red Wedding did not get spoiled for me, and I was sitting there watching it and losing my fucking mind. I was like, what? Like, dude, losing my mind. I have to rewatch House of Dragon too because I don't remember any of it.
I could not get into House of Dragon. I really
I
couldn't.
bet I'm gonna make myself love it. Also, I
Fair
kind of got to
enough.
dip because I have to take this stupid fucking quiz before it
Alright.
locks because it's on EST.
All right, that's fine. Well,
I apologize.
thank you all for watching. Thank you for joining us. If you'd like to be on another episode, just hit me up. We'll definitely get you
Yes.
in. We love having
I
you.
love talking. It's
Yeah.
great.
All right. Well, we're gonna end this episode. So thank you everybody for watching. Grant, send them off with a normal like quote that you do.
Come on.